Good morning.
It's afternoon, Dad.
I knew that. Um, it's been a very busy week here at the Grundy household. I mean, with a week of parent conferences, and I did a 15-hour stint at my son's casino last night. It's really hard to get some time with your kids. Last week, I posted a picture that said, "There is no app that can replace your lap." And that combined with the PD, the Belmont staff went to, actually all of Eastern Catchment, with Dr. Jody Carrington on Friday, really got me thinking about what's most important and how do we make that work. You've already met my son, Liam. He was in the school zone video. Well, my daughter, Siobhan. She's a grumpy teenager.
Rob,
Between them, our dog, our bird, my fish, work, it's really hard to find time for everything. Oh, wait, my wife. Maybe I should have started with her.
you think?
One of my personal philosophies I've taken from Dr. Ross Green. He said kids do well if they can. I look at that more globally, though. People do well if they can. No one wants to do a bad job. And that goes for parents, too. But we have all these pressures upon us, and we're trying to do the best for our kids. And I understand we're out there working hard, trying to make sure there's food on the table, a roof over their heads, and everything we didn't have as kids for them. I get it. But don't expect your kids to. We can tell them as often as we want, I'm doing this for you, or I'm making sure there's food, but they don't understand that. They've never had to live through that type of pressure. It may be true, but it's not their truth. Last week I was told by my wife that my son had mentioned that he wished I'd never become a principal. He was saying how Daddy had so much more time when I was an assistant principal, and that he doesn't get to see me as much anymore. And it's true. Walk into any pet store and try and buy some fish. Tetras, guppies. You'll see a sign that says that you have to buy them in groups of 3 or more. Now, this isn't a marketing ploy. These are schooling fish. They literally cannot survive without friends. People are just like that. Without a community, without connection, we can't survive. We can't grow, we can't progress. In case you haven't noticed, your children are people. It's one of the reasons why I'm so glad that Belmont's mascot is the Bulldog. Dogs are pack animals. They need each other to survive. They need to be connected to their community. Children need to feel connected in order to learn. So how can we help them with that feeling of connection? The simplest way is to talk to them. To look them in the eye. Let them know that they're important to you, to the world. That they are your whole world. Just 15 minutes a day is enough to get a good start. 15 minutes where you are truly present and there in their life. Letting them know how much they mean to you. We are not thinking machines that feel. We are feeling machines that think. Our emotional centers in our brain develop before cognitive. We feel before we think. When we're stressed, our brain turns off and we're fueled strictly by emotion. How many times have you been with your child as they're yelling and screaming, having a tantrum, totally shut down, and we're yelling at them to breathe or to think? You think about this. They can't. It is a biological impossibility. But then again, in that state, usually we're emotional too, so we're not thinking that part through. Oops. So how do you get them to understand? In that moment, when they're stressed, they're not thinking. They can't understand. So the answer is simple. Get them out of the stress state. How do you do that? That one's a little more tough. You've got to get them thinking. Maybe they want to play a game. Maybe it's just having a juice box. Being able to calm down. Biggest part is you've got to be calm. You've got to be regulated so they can see what it looks like. And once they've calmed and settled, you have the conversation. What were you thinking? Oh wait, you weren't, and I understand that. But next time if we do this, we can avoid that whole thing. It's one of the reasons why sometimes if you come into my office, you'll see a child working with what looks like a toy or playing a game with me. It's not that I'm saying, oh good, you're a bad, let's have a party. It's me trying to engage the thinking part of their brain so that we can have that conversation. So we can fix problems instead of create new ones. You have to connect before you can correct. One of the things that Dr. Karen pointed out on Friday, which made a lot of sense to me, is that our kids can't learn until they have that connection. If they feel grounded and rooted at home and know that they are so important, they'll come to school ready and willing to learn. But if they don't, it takes time to get that connection at the school level to help them feel they belong and ready to learn. And teachers are masters at making these connections. We're trained for it. But we can get to the learning sooner if they have those connections at home. So how do you do that? Again, 15 minutes a day. Tell them that they're important. Look them right in the eye. Let them know that they mean the world to you. Because they're trying to tell you you mean the world to them. Be explicit so they don't miss it. I guess if there's anything I want you to take out of this video, is that there is no app to replace your lap.
Connect before you correct. Make it explicit so they don't miss it.
Give them time so they don't whine.
That's not one of them.
Who wants to play a game?
Already prepared!
Let's go! Roll 2 goes first. High roll.
High roll. 2. 6. Why do you do high rolls with this child?
I don't know. Go for it, bud.
Monster. Trap. Ooh, portal!